moving right along, we have we have this wonderful tweet that I believe Aldous, you shared this one with us. Let me share this with the class because I'm sure people have seen this who are here, but
our local old man yelling at the clouds. Yes.
So this here is our tweet from Data Racer. Obi-Wan actress Moses Ingram calls Star Wars fans racist before the show even aired. She also said Star Wars doesn't ever put people of color on screen. For the record, her over 500 greater than 500 Instagram replies don't have a single negative comment. It's all relentless praise. This is the kind of shit that's just it makes me laugh.
This is the kind of content that if you disagree with what she's saying and you find it offensive in any way, then avoid watching Obi-Wan. Don't subscribe to Disney Plus. This isn't her. I mean, she's saying this, but if you read the articles that go in accordance with this, this is what the production people told her to talk about.
Yeah.
This was their talking points. So this is not just the actress saying this, because you can have a dumbass out there that just rattles off whatever comes off their head. No, this is actually what the production people were telling her. So Disney representatives, Lucasfilm representatives are telling her that this is what's going to happen and she needs to state these points. So if you watched Obi-Wan and you're supporting Disney Plus, this is what you're supporting.
Yeah.
In addition to poor content.
This is the stuff. This is the kind of shit that needs to stop because it's, I mean, especially people coming from Lucasfilm. Like this is that get ready because these racist idiots are going to come and say, it's like, no, that's, and if you, in my opinion, once we get into talking about the show, like it has nothing to do with her race, ethnicity, whatever. It has everything to do with her acting prowess or lack thereof. And it's usually what it has to do with, or it comes down to very, very poor writing. That's where the criticism lies. And just because someone happens to occupy the skin of someone of color does not make it racist. Like it's insane, literal insanity, people. Like this is what insane people look like.
Well, it's not just her. Like because I read the article and they referenced Boyega and Kelly Marie Tran. I saw another one that was referenced in a different article from Ken Watanabe, who said up until The Last Samurai, which was a fantastic movie, even though a lot of people kind of hate on it, that they're like Japanese people were kind of typecast up until that point. This is an infection that's gone into some people's brains a while back. And it becomes a shield. And in some regards, I don't necessarily blame the actors because they want to keep getting roles. They have to play the game. And you have a lot of great actors like Ken Watanabe, great actor. Other than Nolan in Last Samurai, he in like the Godzilla film, he's been ignored. So I can't necessarily blame some actors for kind of using this as a shield and a cudgel. Like for this particular instance, it was obviously a shield. It was to deflect criticism. If you don't like it, you're an istophobic, yada yada yada. Which to me makes me think that the people in charge were not behind her performance, which again we'll cover later. But again, with Ken Watanabe mentioning this, and Boyega, who's been in other things, this is an unfortunate trend right now. And if you've got people who want to come up in Hollywood, want to direct, write, act, they're going to use this as an end. So I don't necessarily blame people for taking advantage of it, but it's like everything else, where if you take advantage, you're kind of an asshole for it.
Right. But it's one thing if she wants to say whatever she wants to say, but for a production company to get to quote unquote get in front of this is like, it's stupid. Like this doesn't end well for you. Like when all this stuff blows over and everyone looks back and says, oh, so you guys, that's what you do. That's you default and just call your audience racist because they want some quality in their in their franchise. They want, maybe some time put into.
Well, I think it goes beyond that. I think you're taking the wrong angle on this because, okay, let's say it is 2022, which it is, but let's say it's not a 2022 issue anymore because now we're casting people of color.
Mhm.
Okay, when was it an issue? Was it an issue in 2020? Was it an issue in 2018, 2016, 2014? Because if you go back 20 years, most of the people that are involved with this production studio were still in the industry. So
Mhm.
what you have is if you're announcing that, yes, it's an issue, well, the casting people are responsible for that. And the casting people still work in production. So they're reframing the issue and pointing it to the fans when the fans weren't the issue. It was them. They were the
Right.
issue. They're the ones that weren't hiring people of color. The fans certainly weren't. The fans have no input in who takes what role.
Right.
So are they reframing it to try to avoid the discussion from coming back on them? Or are they reframing it to protect the film or the show? Or are they just reframing it? Because like I said with Thor, that's all they have to talk about because they can't talk about the show because it is that bad.
Yeah, I would say you're right. I think they're reframing it to sort of take it off of them. Like they know that they have a crap product and they're just getting in front of the whole like, oh well, since it sucks, we'll just blame the fans because they don't like anything we do, rather than looking in the mirror and I'm trying to understand why we're so critical of these things. In just this, what did she say? She also says Star Wars doesn't ever put people of color on screen. Like how how do you say that? Like, have you never watched a Star Wars film? In some regards, I think what's kind of interesting about like if we look at the continuity of the Star Wars like canon just in the movies, they have all these like all this diversity, forced diversity, and these like prequels and stuff like that. And it's like, well, where were they in the original trilogy? Maybe this is the logical end, right? They're so bad that they just got rid of everyone. Like, oh, we tried the the women in positions of power in in the early days, but once Luke grew up, they realized the error of their ways, and they took him out. They did what they needed to do. Oh man, I don't know.
I can list off at least 3 or 4 characters of color in Star Wars, and that's Mace Windu, Captain Panaka,
Lando, dude, like
he was the best character.
He
super
was
charismatic man.
He was great. He stuck out, and he was in 2 of the 3 original trilogies. So
even like in Rogue One, I loved Rogue One. Like all those people in there, totally diverse cast. They were all great.
That was a diversity checklist movie, man.
We can't talk about Rogue One. You're going to trigger all this. Don't do it.
Well,
all I've ever said is that Rogue One was a really good movie right up until the ending. The ending has continuity issues with the original series, but
right.
Other than that,
I
it's excellent.
The ending was fantastic. Fuck both of you.
Okay, I will admit I liked the movie. I did enjoy Rogue One. It was a very good Star Wars story.
It felt like a Star Wars film.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of all of the Disney movies, Rogue One was it. That was the one that felt Star Wars.
There's I would say like the half of Force Awakens to me at least felt like Star Wars, and I walked out of that going, it wasn't great, but man, they could go a cool direction with it. And then after that is when the wheels fell off.
Yeah, for sure.